Hello guys, I'm Julie and I'm here to do another video review for Pretty Little Liars. This time is going to be for episode 605, She's No Angel. And I think the title was referring to Leslie because she's definitely no angel. Neither is Mona, because Mona is, I don't know what she's trying to pull off now. I mean, she's supporting Leslie. I think she feels guilty that Leslie is being like dragged into this investigation, but I don't know. It sounds a lot like Leslie. They're trying to make us believe that Leslie say now, which I don't believe it. But anyway, so the first things we got on the episode, it was Alison is still in. She didn't even have any scenes with any of the girls. I think she just have scenes with Lorenzo, which is just getting on my nerves. Okay, so Alison overheard some policeman saying really shitty things about her, that she was a slut or she was a bitch or something like that, and how many people have she thrown into jail, things like that. It really didn't like that, but thankfully Lorenzo changed the people who are watching over her. It was kind of nice and everything. Mr. D is like, this is my house. That's the only thing Mr. D learned to say every time Alison tries to confront him. He always says, this is still my house. Like he needs to remind himself that that's his home, which is crazy, and it's funny. I think it's funny. Anyway, so then Lorenzo hands her Alison a list of activities that she can help him on church, and I think it's a little nice gesture because apparently Alison doesn't leave the house just leaves the house just to go to church, and then she stays in her house all day. I don't even know how Alison is gonna graduate at this point, but I mean, this is PLL, anything can happen, you know. She was buried alive and then she just came out of the grave, so anything can happen. If she can't do that, she can't graduate in 3 weeks. Anyways, then when it was night, it was the same day, I think, Lorenzo decided to go and see Alison again. And what the hell is it he did? He kissed her. This vulnerable girl who he is supposed to be helping and protecting, he decides to make a move. Not creepy at all. I mean, it's totally normal. I mean he's not the first creep we get. I mean, I'm all for Alison being happy, but right now is not the time to do that, to make a move at that moment, when especially when she's talking to him and saying that she doesn't want to be in in her house, and she's being very vulnerable and everything, and he decides to, you know, oh, this is as good time as any. I'm gonna kiss her. It took us Emison shippers like how many episodes? Like this time last season on episode 505 we were getting Emison. They never talk about the kiss anymore, so maybe we can have that same thing for Lorenzo. They already kissed, let's not make him talk about the kiss. How about that, Marlene? Like, it's normal. Let's let them, you know, they kiss, now they don't talk about the kiss never again. Okay, you did that with Emison. You can't do that with Lorenzo too. We, Emison shippers, are not gonna be mad at that. I don't think anyone will be mad at that. You know, plot holes, who cares? I mean, this whole show has plot holes and we're still here, you know. So, leave that. Do that, Marlene. Anyways, my boss is gonna start getting a little, like, high because I'm very mad right now. So, anyway, so we have another storyline with Spencer. She's been having dreams, and these dreams are triggered by the things that she experienced on in the dollhouse. So she believes that she's remembering these things from the dollhouse, but it actually are triggering things from when she was in Radley. I didn't know Spencer ran around there. We did knew that she ran around and she imagined having Alison there, and I think Alison was actually there when Spencer was at Radley. So anyway, she finds a girl who I thought was a younger version of Spencer. Spencer thinks it's a younger version of Alison. How that girl with, you know, dark hair looks like Alison. Alison is a blonde. We have seen on photos from her childhood that she was a blonde. How that girl reminds Spencer to Alison. I mean, what the fuck, girl? It's not Alison, of course. It's just an imagination, and it's a trigger because after when Spencer actually goes into Radley with Hanna, we saw a picture of the girl that was dancing inside the room, and she was in a poster. So that's why she remembers the face and then remembers the room, because it's closer to the girl. So this was all just triggers for her to start remembering. And I think personally there are a lot of things Spencer already know, but somehow she has blocked those things. I don't know if it is because of her addiction, or it's just because it were traumatic experiences and she just blocked them out. You know, maybe I wish like one of the liars to be A, but they are not gonna go down that road, I think. But it will be awesome if Spencer turns out to be A, or somehow related to it and she doesn't even remember because of her problems. And it will be really amazing, because it will be really amazing the fact that she doesn't remember doing the bad things, and she felt so sorry, just like what is happening with Alison, that it's not directly her fault, but Alison feels guilty because ultimately Charles is her brother, so maybe it's that. Then we have Hanna, who is like all the things that are going around Hanna. Hanna is right now the only person who actually thinks like the audience. Like when they were in the room with Spencer and they saw a doll, she was like, let's not try to pull that out because it could be a person. So she was like freaking out. I was freaking out at that part too. And then it was a dolly. It was a doll, and she was freaking out. And then she was like, we have to confront Leslie like right away, and because Leslie's unstable, and that's maybe why she wanna hurt us. And then we find out that Leslie, and let's talk about Leslie because I think she's the one who's, for who the episode is named, She's No Angel. That's Leslie. And I think there's a lot of things that could possibly go like to make us believe that Leslie is A. I don't think Leslie is A. I don't think she's A. I mean, she could be working with A, but I don't think she's really A. So we have Leslie, who apparently was a patient at Radley, and she was there, and she had met Mona, and she had met Charles. So that means that she has been in Radley longer than Charles, because Mona wasn't in Radley when Charles was around. So there's a gap, like a year's gap that I don't quite understand right now. But yeah, I really don't know, because there's like little years, like 2-3 years gap that they need to be filled out by Marlene. I don't know why, but I think Mona, we still don't know who kidnapped Mona, and I don't know why Hanna didn't ask her, because I mean, Mona saw her. I mean, she has to saw her. At least when she turns around in the episode that she got killed, she turns around and she sees the person. Whether this person is wearing a mask or something in her face to cover up, at least they need to understand, they need to make us know who was, you know, what was the face that Mona saw. And I don't know why anybody's asking that. Like, I told you, plot holes. Yeah, so now we know Leslie was Bethany's young roommate. We did not know that. We knew that in this episode. So they were roommates, and so that would mean that the night that Alison apparently, the night that she disappeared, I mean, now we add another person to this. I mean, let's just assume, I'm gonna assume that Bethany it was the only one who ran away. Maybe Bethany, Leslie, and Charles were working together. And now Bethany's dead, Charles is dead, apparently, which, come on, Marlene, that's another lie. There's a video of her saying 100% Charles is A, without a doubt. And now she's throwing us this and saying that Charles is actually dead? I'm gonna be so pissed off if Charles is not, it's really dead and someone was using his name. I will kill her. And now that we think that A is actually a girl, when we were at the prom, that person looked like a guy. It didn't look like a girl. It looked like a guy. The person who kidnaps them on the BAM when they were heading to prison, it also looked like a guy. You can't go around and say, yeah, no, by the way, she was a girl. Because it didn't look like a girl. Then Marlene should have used a girl. Come on, that's just... I just hate this. The fact that we go around and she was like, Charles is say that no, Charles is not A. Leslie say that no, let's go back. And we go and back and go and we make theories and everything, and nothing turns out to be right because she always changes. I don't think even Marlene knows, or she just makes it up. Like, she forgot everything that she has been throwing up and she just said, yeah, let's go with this. And it's really not pretty. I'm really hoping that you give us like real answers by the end of the season, because if you don't, I'm gonna be screaming and tweeting in a respectful way, you know, and just pointing out my disagreement with everything in a respectful way, guys. You don't need to hate or send like hate message to her, because that's just not, that's stupid. This is a show, but she has to know that people are going to react. But if we do it in a healthy way, then I think it's okay. So just do it like that. Anyways, we have then the other storyline we had in this episode was Emily and Sara. And Sara, her mom wants her back, which is very suspicious. And apparently she wants to take money out. Maybe she wants to make Sara do some interviews and everything to get money from that. I don't know. I don't believe. We haven't even seen her mom. I think that the whole thing is just made up. Like, she looked when they were at the tattoo shop. She looked at the message and she was really scared. Like, oh my, like her face looks suspicious. Like, oh my God, they know it's a girl. Like, they know one of the members of the A team is a girl. And for me, like, she freaked out not because the girl was chasing them, but more because maybe they will find out that somehow she's related or working with A. Because there's a funny thing. Charles had put devices on the four of them. He hasn't put devices on Mona or Bethany. And I'm gonna let Mona off the hook because she wasn't in Rosewood when the whole scene from last episode was showed that it showed us where everybody was. So maybe I'm not gonna like put Mona in the spot, but the only one who didn't have a chip planted on her was Sara. Why wouldn't you put a chip on her? Because maybe there's two answers. One, that she's very like she's working with whoever did this, and two, she's not even relevant. Like Charles, like, yeah, girl, you can get out. I mean, I don't freaking care about you. So maybe it's either those two options. So we have the promo. I was forgetting about the promo. Let's watch the promo for next episode. No Stone Unturned. Again, this the title for episode 606. I think it's again related to Leslie Stone, hence the No Stone Unturned. So let's watch it.
How did A know we were all going to be there at the exact same time? I felt like I was being followed. I won't let anything happen to you. Spencer, what are you doing? Why am I beeping? She freaking chipped us?
Oh my god. They finally realized that they have been put a chip on. So in her head? I don't think the head. Maybe the arms or some... I don't know where would that be. And Sara looks like she's being hurt. Maybe she got up to see the stars again and she fell. That will be amazing. No, I'm just kidding, okay? I don't have anything against the actress or anything. I don't like Sara. I think I made that clear like last episode, right? I did. So, anyways, I didn't like the episode too much just because it like last episode, like the first episode showed us a lot of clues for Charles. Then now Charles is dead and we have a lot of clues about Leslie, and it's not fluid. These connections are not fluid. They are not like, oh, we open this and this is come out and then we have all. It doesn't. It's just we open a box, we find out that there's Charles, and then Marlene just decides to throw that box and open another one and said, now, well, it's Leslie, and we never get like the real answer. So that's why I'm not really happy with this episode. And now we have a 2 weeks hiatus. Next episode will be on July 14, I think. And yeah, I don't like it. But anyways, it's a little nice break from this whole insanity that is Pretty Little Liars. Anyway, guys, so that's what I think of the episode. I hope it's not too long. If it's too long, I'm gonna cut some parts. And oh, one more thing, Arya. I have it's funny how she has been very helpful like this entire sixth season, and she wasn't helpful in the last 5. So that's just a little bit weird because she's the one who's been fighting she was the one who found the picture. She was the one last episode. I don't remember what she did. She did something. Anyways, I don't remember. And this episode she finds the picture that shows that A is actually a girl. So it's suspicious as hell, you know. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget you can watch my live reaction video for Pretty Little Liars episode 605 right there. You can also subscribe. There's a button down there, and please give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much to all the people that have been watching this kind of videos. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I have something planned for this hiatus too, so make sure to come back next Tuesday because I will have a video up. And if you want to leave a suggestion of what video should I do, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. My handle is @JuliDG. Same for Instagram, and my Facebook link will be in the description. My Tumblr page is also in the description. So yeah, let's talk about Pretty Little Liars. Today was really fun because I got to know a lot of Emison fans on Twitter. So please make sure to follow me there so we can talk. And thank you so much for everything. And yeah, let's keep talking about Pretty Little Liars. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!